Hey you guys, it's Stella, and today I'm going to be addressing the topic in this video for you guys. Hey y'all, I'm happy to see you back here. Today we have a very hot topic that I get asked about a lot. So I'm here to address my stance on whether or not I'm going through with this. And I just hope you guys can hear me out with an open mind. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe down below and click the bell for occasional notifications. And also, if you can boost me on famous birthdays, that'd be so appreciative. We're at 23,000 and we started at 100,000, so we're doing really well. All right, time to tell my truth. So if you don't know, I am obviously a plus size influencer. I'm a big girl. And I have been losing weight for a little over 2 years now, but a little bit more rapidly lately. And because it's been very rapid lately, I've been getting a lot of questions that I now feel the need to address. So here we go. Brief 60-second wrap up. I started my weight loss journey in 2015 after a miscarriage and just wanting like better for myself. After that, from like my start date to like 2 months later, I had lost 15 pounds and I kept that off maintenance for a year. But in that year of maintenance, it wasn't supposed to be maintenance, but I was yo-yo dieting, trying things that weren't really healthy, even though I knew better. But I was fluctuating up and down, but it was maintaining around the same number of weight. And then May of 2017, I joined an acting class, and my mentor would love to see me in sexier roles on television. She feels that plus size women are not represented in a sexier way. They're only represented in the comedic way, and she would love to see me in a sexier role. So she told me, you look great, but for camera, you need to lose 30 to 40 pounds. So that started this whole like ramp up of weight loss. So because it wasn't like pertinent, like, oh my gosh, I want kids this year, I was like, oh, well, you know that thing you do with yourself, like, oh, I have time, whatever, I'll get to it. I'll slowly, trickle along. So when my coach had mentioned 30 to 40 pounds, I had a renewed goal that was a little bit closer than children. So my brain automatically switched. I got it. So before this moment, there was nothing more I wanted than kids, but later on, I had no immediate goals. And then when I have this new goal, it kind of just hit me. I was like, you know what, you're right. So from May to June, I had lost 20 pounds and I was super excited. I was like, all right, this is great, but that was really fast. And then after her class ended, I didn't go back to yo-yo dieting. I was pretty consistent, but it was definitely a maintenance. I wasn't actively trying to lose more than maintaining my current weight. And it wasn't on purpose. It was because I didn't have the drive, because I wasn't having to see my coach weekly anymore. And that was hard. It's nice for me to know I have to see someone. That pressure of I have to see someone in 6 days, oh my gosh, get it together. I like that kind of thing. So what I did to kick it off is I did a very unhealthy diet. I did military diet for 2.5 weeks and lost weight, but actual weight, because I haven't been up that high since. And then started a new diet that's currently working for me. That's way more sustainable. It's healthy. It's nutrition. It's nutritionist. Is that a word? I don't know. But it's balanced. It's way more balanced and it's sustainable. People do this for years. That brings me to today. Why I'm titling this video, because I feel I need to be very transparent with you all. Because I feel like that's just my thing. I feel a lot of you appreciate that, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to tell you some fake story. So in the beginning of 2017, now that you have a wrap up, in the beginning of 2017, I was fed up with myself. This is before like starting, if you're very new here, my whole self-love, confidence journey, fashion channel, whatever, all started January of this year. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself a year and then I'll consider weight loss January of 2018 if nothing is working for me. So this is why this year I didn't crash very hard in any of my diets, because I kind of knew what was going to happen in January. If I couldn't get it together, I knew exactly what was in store for me. I have like a bad relationship with the thought of even having weight loss surgery. At 12 years old, my mom asked me if I wanted weight loss surgery, and I don't think she meant it maliciously. She just always is concerned about my health, as any parent should be. And I took a lot of offense to that as a 12-year-old, because I was like, I'm 12. Why is this even an option? And I obviously said no, and I was a little offended, but she genuinely didn't mean any harm or to cause any harm, and I don't even think she knows this, so sorry mom if you're watching, but it messed with me for so many years. Even to this day, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I that bad? Like, it just kind of messed with my head mentally. And then my dad wasn't doing anything to help my diet other than encouraging everything I was eating. And so I just always had like this bad relationship with me and my weight and my body image, as I'm sure a lot of you do. So for me, at that point, I was like, I never want weight loss surgery. I always want to be stronger than what my head perceives. And I think that's why I went on so many diets before the one that's working, is because I always thought that as my last resort, which it should be for anyone wanting to get surgery, because you are altering your body and you are changing how you were made. So I struggled with that for a lot of years, and I still struggle with it today. But January this year, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be 22 this year. You've been dealing with this now 10 years since your mom made that comment. That's a long time for you not to have it together and only have gotten worse. I told myself, I was like, you have until January. And if you haven't found something sustainable by January, and when I say find something, I don't mean find a diet. I mean, find a lifestyle that works with you. Because I've been to so many nutritionists. I'm very knowledgeable about a lot of things, especially when it comes to food, because I've known for about 7 years now my relationship with food, and I know better. And now that I'm willing to do better, it kind of all comes together. Better for 5 years, and then for 2 years, the last 2 years, I've been doing better. I do know how to be sustainable, but knowing something and knowing how to fit it into your lifestyle, that's where a lot of people give up, because it gets too hard after a while. And I'm not even talking just diets, I'm talking about just changing any of your habits. It gets hard and people quit. And once I realized that, I realized how much your mentality plays into the weight loss in general. I went on a spiritual retreat, and I was like, God, do I even need to lose weight, or am I just losing weight because society tells me I need to? I'm happy in my body, I'm confident, I feel great, I'm doing well for myself. Aside from wanting kids in the future, why does it feel so heavy this year? I'm very intuitive, so I listened, and I didn't necessarily hear you need to lose weight super fast, but I did hear that I am on the right track, and taking care of my body is something that is good. And I know this sounds weird, but every time I take care of myself, my intuition grows. From November, I came back, and I had just got off the military diet before I went on that trip, just to more of a cleanse. And it wasn't really hard for me. I know that diet is really hard for a lot of people, but this time I consciously went into it knowing what I was doing, because I was already kind of eating like that. So it really, for a lot of people, it's hard and they can't do it because they're not eating like that. They're going from eating junk and out and fast food to trying that diet. Of course it's not going to work. Of course you're going to feel like crap. But I was already eating 1,200 calories a day before that. I was already eating a lot of what was on that diet, except for the ice cream. So transitioning into that diet was good, but I stopped because there was no nutrition really in that diet. It was not sustainable, like I was talking about earlier. So I was like, all right, well, it's November. I'm giving myself till January still, and I still haven't done something sustainable. Over the summer this year, I was looking up surgery. I got a little bit more serious about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this about to happen? I'm so scared. But after research and after really thinking about how I'm altering my body, I decided I do not want the surgery. But again, at that point, I had found nothing that worked. I was freaking out. I was like, all right, well, I do not want to cut. When you just read about weight loss surgery, the thought of doing that to my own body, it blows me away. It blows me away to know that I could not be strong enough to do what these diets help you to do. So that's why they make you read about the diet or read about the surgeries and what they do, their effects. And that's why they make you go talk to someone, see a nutritionist. They make sure you do XYZ before you get surgery, because they want to make sure you're okay with this commitment, because it's not just a commitment for the year, it's a commitment for the rest of your life. You were, for the rest of your life, going to have to remember certain things and certain practices that you can and cannot do anymore because of your surgery. And for me, I guess I have commitment issues, because I was like, there's no way I'm able to commit to that for the rest of my life. That was too much for me to handle. I just can't. And it's too much. The commitment of changing my body for the weight loss is too much. Now, if you do choose to get this surgery, it should be because you literally cannot lose the weight. I 100% agree with that statement. I, on the other hand, will try everything in my power to do, because I do not want this so badly. I am trying every single thing in my power to lose it before I even consider surgery again. As of December of 2017, so my last month of hope, November when I came back, so my last 2 months, I was like, all right, let me try this one last diet. I was researching it before I left for my trip. I know so many people who've been on it, who are so sustainable on it, still on it today. I was like, let me give it a shot. So what I did is I researched it, and then I sat on it, and I went to Arizona with my aunt, and I told her about it a little bit, and she was like, all right, well, she was a little hesitant. I was like, all right, so I'll meditate on it. Meditated on it, came back home, and I felt it was right. I felt it was truly right. Give it a shot. I have had the most success I've had on any diet ever, and I do believe because this is the most balanced diet I've ever done and the most filling diet I've ever done. A lot of my root problems have been noticed by myself, and I feel for a lot of people, if you can figure out the root of the issues that you're dealing with, the whole big picture will eventually come together once you deal with the little seeds of what's really happening in your body and in your life. And that's not just for weight loss, that's for anything you're struggling with. If you can like just go back to the basics. Mentally, I'm the person who feels like I need to exhaust all of my options before I will consider surgery again. So in saying that, my plan is no longer to go through with any beginning processes of surgery in January, because I found something that works for me. I am at the lowest weight that I've been since 2013, and I'm almost to my beginning weight from when I went to college. So I'm about 4 pounds away from that. So it's really nice to be hitting these milestones that I haven't seen in what, 4 or 5 years? 3, I can't do math. In 4 years, I haven't seen these milestones, and it's very reassuring to know that I'm hitting goals that are so easy to hit. I'm glad that these things are finally happening for me, because it's very important, especially someone who's dealt with a lot of mental issues, to know that I can overcome something and grow mentally. I do want to say though that I do not in any way think getting surgery is the person being weak or an easy way out or a cop-out, because if you see the process from the first day you decide to get surgery to maintenance for the rest of your life, there is no easy part about this surgery at all. It is there to aid you in places where you cannot help yourself. And for some people, they need that. I hope and pray for my own life. I'm never at that point where I feel completely 100% helpless and I have to get surgery. It's always going to be on a burner because I may fail. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I do not want surgery. So for me, I'm just going to try everything. The next point I want to make is about the people who say, all my same shape influencers are losing weight and I can no longer relate to them. There's so many of us out here, y'all. If you are really hurt about someone taking control of their weight, I'm kind of sad. I don't understand why that would bother you, and I hope it wouldn't bother you. As for my followers, I would love to have you with me until you feel you no longer relate to me, but there's no hard feelings. Like, if you leave because of anything I say or do, that's at the end of the day you, and that's on you of what's happening. Will I be sad and a little like hurt? Sure, but I have to let it go because I have to live my best life, and I choose to share my life with everyone, as a lot of your same influencers do. And when they make changes in their life, whether getting married, have a baby, getting weight loss, dyeing their hair, you choose to be a part of that family and be a part of their life. And no matter what I go through, whether it be acting or whatever adventure I decide to take, I would hope as a supporter you would support me through everything. I would love to sit here and be everything you need me to be. Whether you need me to talk about what it's like dating as a bigger girl, whether you need me to talk about what I'm doing to lose only 15 pounds in 3 months, I'm here for you for that. And that's kind of my purpose, and I'm not going to sit here and wait till like some milestone of my life to switch up on you. That's not really me. I'm just hoping that you're going to come along with me in every little thing that I do. That's why you choose to be here. This kind of brings me to my last point, and I hate to end it on such a sour note, but I need to. I get a lot of DMs and messages and emails about people who have lost weight through weight loss surgery, but have completely bashed themselves pre-surgery. Oh, I hated the way I looked. Oh, I was so uncomfortable. I was so ugly. I've lost 80 pounds, and I'm finding my confidence in my weight loss. That's amazing for you, and I'm so glad you've had a great loss. For multiple people who have sent me this message, but I don't want that kind of tone in my life and in my circle. If you would love to express your weight loss to me, great. But I can't sit there and accept and be happy for you when you have bashed the person that you were before. My thing and my brand, who I am, is about loving yourself at every single stage of your life. And when you come to me knowing that and saying, oh, I hated the way I looked, I was disgusting, I felt gross, to me that's kind of a slap in the face. It's like, well, I look at that from my viewpoint of, if I haven't had weight loss surgery and you felt so bad about yourself, that's telling me that I should feel bad about myself and I should have to lose weight like you did in order to feel this amazing, great way. When I have actually become comfortable with who I am and in my body and loving myself, it's just like this whole euphoric sensation that I would hope and pray that all of you guys could feel. But I do not want that kind of negativity in my inbox. I know you guys don't mean it maliciously. Like, you probably don't mean it. Oh my gosh, I was so disgusting and now I look great. I know you don't mean it like that. I understand when I read it, like where you're coming from. Like, I just feel better now that I've lost weight. But the way it comes across is you didn't have any value for yourself before you had the weight loss surgery. And to me, you're valuable now. And for the people who are considering surgery, to me, you're valuable. To me, you're beautiful. To me, you're great. And that's what I love to share. It's like, I want you, I don't care if you're a size 2 or a size 22. I want you to feel so comfortable in your skin at this particular moment today, because you may not get it tomorrow. So if you are in the middle of your surgery, or if you're in the middle of your recovery from your weight loss surgery and you're losing all this weight, do you still feel comfortable about yourself? Do you still feel sexy in your own skin? That's what I want, okay? So if you want to share your weight loss story, I'm more than happy to do it. Just please don't bash your old self, because your old self was beautiful and you just couldn't see it. Your old self was gorgeous. Your old self had the confidence. She just didn't know it, or he just didn't know it yet. So that is all I want to share with you guys today. I hope this has clarified a lot about what's been going on with my weight loss, and kind of just tied up some loose ends and put things together for you. And if I didn't answer anything that you had a question about, other than what my diet is, because that video is coming soon, leave it down below and I will be sure to check it out and respond in either an appropriate video, or if it's something quick, I can just let you know here. But I already know a lot of you are going to ask about my diet, but I actually am doing a what I eat in a day video tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm putting that up. I'm not putting it up tomorrow, I'm filming it tomorrow. So you'll be able to see what I eat in a day, and I'll just kind of explain my diet a little bit more. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and share this video, and I will see you guys very, very soon. As always, love Stella. Remember to love yourself. Oh my gosh, wait, pause. Passion and I have started a body positivity Instagram. I will link that down below. Make sure to go to that page and to like the page and to submit your story about how you are loving yourself today. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Toodles. What was that? Toodles. Toodles. Bye, guys.